And how is it going, everyone? Welcome to Perfect Cherry Blossom yet again, because I've been thinking that it might be a good idea to get it with Marisa, a character that in this game has quite some advantages. The most prominent one, the fact that she only has 2 bombs instead of 3 or 4 like the other 2 characters. So she's a little bit of a problem. Now, I think that Marisa B is a better character mostly because she has more damage and the bomb is Master Spark, while this one is absolute garbage for a bomb. The shot type, I don't remember how good it is, but just because this one has Master Spark seems like a better idea, though it's not like we're gonna use it much considering that she only has 2 bombs. I'm most likely not gonna get this, but I just wanted to give it a try. Just wanted to see how far I can go. But you know, if I get tired of getting this, or if I miraculously get it at the beginning, like in the first or second try, like what happened yesterday with Mystic Square, I think I can play Great Fairy Wars, which is a game that I don't have a Lunatic 1 going clear of, actually. Great Fairy Wars is a game that I never got a Lunatic 1 going clear, which is something that I don't really care because I don't care about that game that much. But, you know, it's still a little bit shocking that it's a Windows game that I didn't get a 1 going clear for. Other than UFO, I mean, because yeah, UFO is UFO. Yeah, Great Fairy Wars is obviously not as hard as UFO. In fact, it's a lot shorter, and it's mostly about knowing where to use your powers, because it's obviously a very gimmicky game. Also, I'm noticing that, I mean, it might be because I'm very low on power, but I'm not dealing any damage. I mean, compared to what I'm used to dealing in this game. Is Marisa B weak? Maybe not. Maybe I should suck. That might be the case. Well, now I have 101 power. Oh, I think she also feels the cherry border faster. Is that one of her special abilities? So I know that in these games, usually every character has one specific gimmick that sets them apart from the rest. Reimu obviously having the gimmick of smaller hitbots. And I think Marisa might recollect Cherry faster because I'm pretty sure it's not normal to have Cherry that early in the run. So that might be the case, and if that's the case, that's a very good power up. I think it might last a little bit less though, as a drawback, but I'm not sure. I should read it. I think it says it in the character selection screen. Like, it's not anything hidden. I'm pretty sure it's something that the game tells you about. I don't know if it's in the character select screen or in some kind of manual. I have no clue, but it's okay. And she's also very fast, especially when you compare her to Reimu in this game. Marisa is super fast. It's also fast while focusing, which is not necessarily a good thing, but it's okay. I mean, Sakuya is also fast while focusing, so could be worse, I guess. I gonna bomb this? Is my question. I probably... Well, no, actually I don't. That lasted a lot less than I expected, but that's probably because now that I am full power... Well, I was close to full power in that spell card, but now that she actually deals more damage, it seems that you can feel the difference compared to other characters. That obviously is as long as you are aiming. If you're not aiming, you obviously won't feel shit. You need to be constantly aiming at the boss, obviously. But that's fine. Let's see how we do with this boss. I have 3 bombs because I got one from the mid boss, I'm pretty sure. Question is how well / bad I do against Chen. Let's see. I just need to have the bomb ready. I also know how the dead bomb window is for Marisa. So as far as I know in this game, the dead bomb window is different for every single character. So, like, I think that Sakuya's dead bomb is super small, Reimus is relatively large, but I don't know about Marisa. Maybe she's in the middle, I don't know. Considering that she only has 2 bombs, I think it would be a good idea if she had a very big dead bomb window. Master Spark deals quite some damage though, I gotta say. I mean, the spell card was out to be over anyways, but that dealt a lot of damage considering how little it was on the screen. You can see right there. So Master Spark pretty much deletes a pattern. Like, you don't need to worry about it, it absolutely deletes it. Which is what you will expect from something that is so scarce. You only get 2. Of course, it will do a lot of damage. Otherwise it will be quite a scam. The only problem with that is that ends up becoming a problem for the stages. For bosses it's very good, but for stages it doesn't really matter how much damage the bomb deals, because at the end of the day in stages every enemy almost dies in one hit, especially in these early Touhou games, the Windows games, where stage enemies are super weak. Like, you shoot them once with your weakest shot and they die. For the most part. I mean, sure, you have exceptions like the last fairy at the end of stage 4 of this game, but those are exceptions. Those are absolute exceptions. Most of the enemies just die very, very fast. So that's why the low bomb counter is obviously worse on stages than it's anywhere else. That's a very early death, I think. Not exactly, like, I'm pretty sure that my runs with the other characters, usually my first death is against Alice. Not, well, yeah, against Alice, but like the boss, not the mid-boss. So because of that, it might be... yeah, a problem. Well, that death bomb worked. Well, that was also a very early death bomb from me. So I don't think I can define anything with just that. I should have gone right, didn't it? This thing is gonna get cancelled. So I might get Supernatural Border here. I am. So this is pretty good, because this is the kind of spell card that is very easy, but at the same time, it's very easy both to capture and to fuck up, you know. Because it's very easy to get lost in those bullets, but at the same time, as a pattern, it's very simple. It's a very, very simple pattern compared to what other patterns she has, at least. It's the easiest spell card in this fight. As you can see, some of the other spell cards are very dense. Like this one is also not that hard, but the bullet density can really overwhelm you and not allow you to understand exactly where you're moving. That dying with bombs like that, it's bad. Damn, really? It's insane, like when you already died once with bombs on stock, the whole focus goes to the gutter. It just goes to the gutter. It's okay though. Let this run serve as a warm-up. Well, more than a warm-up, as a scout run, to see what this character can do well and what it cannot do very well. I don't know, personally. It seems that she recollects the supernatural border super fast. That wasn't the right way of doing that, but it's okay. Killer, come on. Your laser is supposed to melt enemies. Well, speaking of melting, to auto-collect. Very hard to auto-collect in this pattern. You just can't go up there. It's also, you know, speaking of, like yesterday I was talking about the things that I like about Touhou 11. Another thing that I like about that game is when you graze a lot, you auto-collect items, not needing for you to get to the top of the screen just to auto-collect the items, right? That's something that is another plus for Touhou 11 for me. Because a lot of times you simply can't. I mean, it's just not possible to go to the top of the screen, right? You either have to wait and see how all those bullets go out of the screen, or well, in some certain situations you have to completely memorize. But it's okay. underestimating the amount of health that some of these enemies have. Some of these fairies are relatively tanky, which makes sense because they are supposed to be like special fairies, but still. So one thing that I thought was the case, but it's not, is that I thought that she had automatic auto-collection regardless of her power, but that's not the case, not in this game. I think that's the case in Touhou 8, but not here. Here, that's not a Marisa skill. So who do I fight against here? I think I fight against Lyrica, don't I? I think that Lyrica is Marisa's enemy. Yeah, she is. So what did Lyrica have in this fight? I don't particularly remember. Well, this is a fight that I usually don't remember. Okay. That looks interesting. Very dangerous, if you ask me. Mostly the speed difference. Oh, and then this one, where you just move to the side, right? I think. Yeah, I think it is like that. So if I'm not mistaken, and I hope I'm not mistaken, like, this is the easiest Prince River fight, right? It might be the easiest Prince River fight. I don't remember her spell card, though. I think she is the easiest one of the three. Which is nice. Because this is basically just moving a little bit to the side. It can still fuck you up very badly. Because there are multiple like ticks for those attacks to come forward. Well, that was pretty fast. That was a pretty fast spell card. Damn, that touched me. Hey Riemann, how is it going? Yeah, no, this is survival. No scoring strategies here. I hate this pattern because it always makes me do the same thing. Basically getting corner on the right. But it's okay. I mean, all things considered, this isn't that bad of a run. I mean, I died twice with bombs on stock. This could be way worse. Obviously, I'm pretty sure it's not gonna be enough to get to the end. But I will say that I'm probably gonna get to the final boss. Probably only like the first pattern, but if that's the case, that's very good, because an actual decent run will be a very easy one coin clear, theoretically. Theoretically. Will most likely be the case, though. It's pretty nice to actually use a Master Spark that deals damage. When you play more modern Touhou games, Master Spark is so garbage. But in these old games, Master Spark was actually a good bomb. Pretty much the best bomb, at least in terms of damage. She was still obviously slow during the Master Spark, but that was kind of like a way to balance it out, right? In most of the new games, Master Spark is garbage, but it also has the slowdown. So it's like, what is the point of that bomb? Like, might as well not have anything. And the result wouldn't be that much different. Oof, that was close. Yeah. Kashik Burst has a bigger laser. That might be, yeah. When it comes to Touhou, Master Spark is, well, it is, right? The biggest laser. Because even Tenshi's red laser is not that big. At least judging by the photo games. But yeah, Master Spark is actually the biggest laser in the series. Oh, and I don't get to... Oh, come on! I got distracted because of the shitty ass power item. Another death with full bombs. That's the third death in this run with full bombs. Very annoying. Oh, that's right, she has the disco lights when you don't use focus. In this game, every character has 2 bombs. One bomb gets triggered by not focusing and the other gets triggered by focusing. So that one, those disco lights, were pretty much the non-focus version of the bomb, while Master Spark is the focus version. I like the disco lights though. It's a shame that as far as I know she never gets that shit again. I mean, she gets something similar in UFO, but not really. Like Marisabi in that game has some kind of weird bomb that is like lasers that come from below the screen and go above. They kinda have a disco effect, but it's not as elegant as this one. Well, as elegant, as cool, I will say. If I can get to the final boss like this. Not like it matters because I mean, the only thing I will get is 1 more extra life, and that is if I can hold on until I get 100 items, which is unlikely. I'm most likely gonna get killed by the first barrage of enemies, so it's okay. I mean, this was a very bad run from stage 3 onward, so it's whatever. I really need to bomb more. I've been guilty of not bombing enough, really. That was obvious. That barrage of enemies without a bomb in hand is super annoying. Alright. Let's try, but this time, wait, I want to see special lowest auto collection boundary, lowest threshold for maximum item value. Cherry penalty for bombs large. So basically she can auto-collect items lower than other characters. And the maximum item value, I don't know about that. It doesn't really seem to be... like, it's not related to the 50,000s. I think it's related to the maximum that you see on the right. So I don't think she collects faster... faster than other characters, really. I don't think she does. But it feels as if she did. Unless that's also another special attribute she has and the game doesn't tell you. But I feel like I'm getting Cherry thingy a lot sooner. I really dislike that when she's low on power at the beginning of the run, she really doesn't deal any damage. As you can tell by this spell card ending almost on timeout. But yeah. I really wish the Touhou games didn't have the fucking power mechanic for once. It's so stupid, such a shitty ass mechanic. But it's been there since the beginning. Well, not since the beginning. Well, Touhou 1 didn't have that. Didn't have that, but the game is a piece of shit, so it's not like having it or not will have changed much. But yeah. I really hate power mechanics. Absolutely out of place in this kind of games. And the funny thing is that most of them have them, because it's not just a Touhou thing. Like almost any cave shoot 'em up has them, and almost any shoot 'em up in general has them. Soon calls later Touhou's modern, but I wouldn't say that modern means... I mean, there are modern shoot 'em ups that also have a power mechanic. And by modern, I mean that release, you know, not that long ago. It's the most outdated shoot 'em up mechanic. The most outdated... Yeah, I think so. I mean... Yeah. I mean, for example, I don't like bombs, but... I wouldn't call that outdated, that's simply a preference. But power really seems like has no business being there. Right? I mean, after all, it only makes a difference on the first stages. And for no reason. Hey Kyle, how is it going? But yeah, I guess it is an outdated game mechanic. Because preference or not, like what changes by having power or not? The only thing that changes is that you will need to rebalance the first stages to take into account full power. But that's not very hard to do, you know? Like just give the bosses more health and that's it. Cave got rid of it in 2008. Yeah, that's right, because Daifukatsu doesn't have it, right? If if I'm not mistaken, Daifukatsu doesn't have power. The ones that have power are Daiyosho, Ketsui, and well, all of the games that are released before that, I guess. Yes, I see. Yeah, I don't know. Well, then again, you gotta understand that Sun is a very traditionalist person, just as most Japanese people are. And in this case, what that means is that there is a lot of things that are basically a part of the core of the games that can be shaken up. And that includes various things. So for example, in a mainline game, there are certain things that will always be the way they are. So for example, 6 stages, an extra stage. Well, the power mechanic, obviously, lives, bombs, well, running at 60 frames per second, which that's fine, but I'm saying that there is a lot of stuff that is part of a formula that is more of a tradition, right? Like portraits appearing when a boss declares a spell card, you know, dialogues for every single boss, 3D backgrounds. Well, a card appearing in every time a stage starts, having a subtitle. Well, speaking of subtitles, every game having a name in Japanese and a subtitle in English, of the mainline ones at least. So yeah, there is a lot of stuff that is like that. You know, a lot of formula shit that will never change, because that's just how Sun is. He doesn't really want to change things that much. Well, and as always, obviously, when it comes to story, always having the final boss become friends with the protagonist, right? Never having a final boss that actually gets defeated for good and never appears again. Soku broke that rule. Was Hisoten Soku the first one? I mean, I know Hisoten Soku is like that, but was it the first one? Wasn't that also the case with Shoot the Bullet? No, I think Shoot the Bullet... No, Shoot the Bullet is actually... I think it actually has a Japanese name, and then Shoot the Bullet is the English one. I don't remember which one it was. Yeah, Hisoten Soku is the first one, if that's the case, that didn't have both a Japanese and an English subtitle. But for the mainline games, it's always been like that. Every non-decimal game has that rule. Bunkacho, okay. But yeah, in that case, Hisoten Soku is indeed the first one. I remember some people that, you know, didn't know how to react to that. So instead of just calling it Hisoten Soku, they tried to literally translate Hisoten Soku into unthinkable natural law. Which, needless to say, it's a very stupid idea, but you know. Yeah, that didn't catch on, thankfully. Yeah, double spoiler is like that too. A double spoiler, I think, doesn't have the Touhou name in it, right? Hey, that's what changes from the formula, if I'm not mistaken. Usoku. It's called Double Spoiler. Oh, the Touhou thing appears later. Interesting. Yeah. That's pretty interesting. But yeah, basically outside of the spin-off games, every mainline game has always respected the rule of Touhou, 3 kanjis, and an English subtitle. It's always been like that. Great Fairy Wars? Damn, Great Fairy Wars is even worse. So Great Fairy Wars is actually a translation. I was looking at that today because I say that I wanted to play Great Fairy Wars today. So I look at the Steam name and nowhere it says Great Fairy Wars. So Great Fairy Wars was actually a translation. That's an interesting thing. I'm pretty sure that the second Japanese subtitle there is Sangetsu, right? I think. Or maybe no. I don't know. I know that I think the first one say Yosei Dai whatever. So yeah. That will be Great Fairy Wars. I don't know how to say the last portion though. I think the first one says Yosei, the third one is the big kanji that usually is pronounced as Dai. And the other two I have no idea. Dai Senso. Nice. Dai Senso. I don't know why that one got translated. Because I think that it's the only Touhou title that got translated and it still catches on to this day, right? I think the other one that was Hisoten Soku, nobody calls it unthinkable natural law nowadays, right? So I think it's the only title that caught on. But yeah. It's okay though. I don't really mind. I mean, after all, Soku is... yeah. That's a big ass name, Jesus. I thought it was a lot shorter. Unbelievable. You know, the worst part is that those sort of shitty ass titles that are super long are something that in Japanese media, when it comes to titles, it's usually very common. And that's usually because you can read, and by read I don't mean pronounce, you can usually read a Japanese title if you are Japanese and be like, oh, this is about this, this and this, just by reading the title. The average light novel title, pretty much. I mean, for example, one of the most popular degenerate animes there are, well, that got famous enough, I should clarify, because they are way more degenerate than that. But the one that is usually called Oreimo, that one has a long ass title. Like it's Ore no Imoto whatever whatever. Yeah, those are how titles are. But yeah, that example that I give, Oreimo, is, I mean, the translation is my little sister can be this cute, right? Which is a statement, not something that you use as a title outside of Japan, or rather outside of Oriental countries, because I'm pretty sure China is as guilty as Japan of this. So yeah, it's outside of some Eastern countries, nobody in their right mind will use a title like that. Because it just doesn't make any sense. Like, a title is something that you're supposed to constantly use because it refers to an IP, right? So, like, if I say something like, you know, today I went to the cinema and watched Spider-Man, right? That's very easy to say, and I can continue the conversation talking about the movie and repeat the word Spider-Man a lot of times, and it doesn't have any issue, right? Because it's a single word, it's very simple, it's easy to remember, it catches on very quickly, right? Like, I don't say I got bitten by a spider and became a superhero, right? Like, if Spider-Man was Japanese, that will be the title 100%. And the fans will need to come up with a simplified title that doesn't suck that much balls, right? So yeah. Minus social credit. I mean, Kael is already on the negative numbers a long time ago for the social credit. So don't worry about it. But yeah, the thing is that, yeah. But that's also because of the way, as I say, that a language that is ideographic like Japanese and Chinese are. You can have a gigantic title, but most of those things can probably be kanjis. And you can basically, even if you can't pronounce the whole thing in one go, you can still just, you know, read it in one go and already know what the thing is gonna be about. Like, if I read something called Spider-Man, going back to the previous example, Spider-Man can tell me a lot of things. I mean, obviously nowadays everyone knows who Spider-Man is, but let's say that you have no idea who Spider-Man is, and the first thing you read is Spider-Man. You don't know that it's a movie about superheroes. Well, again, it has the word man at the end. You could use that, but again, if all of this superhero context didn't exist, you wouldn't just be able to guess that Spider-Man is a superhero movie just by looking at the title. Like, it could be a comedy for all you know, like a half man, half spider character. That could be a comedy right there. But, you know. That's why there are a lot of those cultural differences that are interesting to point out. But yeah, I can guarantee you, if Spider-Man was a Japanese story, it will be called I got bitten by a spider and became a superhero. 100%. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a Spider-Man bootleg with that name. Considering that, well, especially the Chinese love their bootlegs. I personally, well, obviously because I grew up in a non-Asian environment, I see those long titles and I think that they are extremely stupid to say the least, you know. I'm a little bit pissed off. Why am I not bombing when I should? Come on, dude. It's better to die because you wasted all your resources in shitty ass patterns than to die because you don't have resources because you wasted them by dying. Yeah, that doesn't look like too much loving to me. That wasn't a very lovely fight, I gotta say. God damn it. But I think I can do a couple more runs and then switch to Great Fairy Wars. What do you think? Because honestly, I feel like I know that Great Fairy Wars is extremely hard, but it's been so long since I played that game. Like, I think the last time I played that game was just like with 10 Desires. It was literally 3 years ago. I think it was literally 3 years ago. So that's a long time ago, you know. So maybe things have changed since then. Maybe I got good and can actually get the Lunatic 1 coin clear. Unlikely though, but you know. The best Touhou. I just wish it was a little bit longer. Obviously with the respective balance that will have. But yeah, I think it would be better if instead of only having those 3 morons, it had like 3 more morons. Right? Because you can never have enough fairies, I think. Discordant? No, I think I will pass on that. But yeah. Imagine if Eternity Larva was introduced in that game. That will be interesting. But she didn't get introduced until quite some years later, so. It's a little below half an hour. And that's almost the same length as a standard Touhou game. A little less than half an hour. It's pretty much like that. Speaking of half an hour runs, since you like Mystic Square so much, Riemann, yesterday I actually got a Lunatic 1 coin clear with Mima. That should have happened a long time ago, but I never got. That was great. That was great to have. And next time I want to get it with Reimu. I don't know about Yuka, honestly. I tried using Yuka and it was so bad compared to the other ones. Great Fairy Wars 2 being Ikaruga style game with Cerno, Clompis, icicles and fireballs. Oh, I almost forgot about Clompis. Clompis is just that it's very hard to think of her as a fairy because she's pretty much a common enemy. You know? Well, at least that's how the game treats her. Obviously because she's supposed to be a fairy from hell, but she's not supposed to be a shover like the fairies on Earth, right? That was very risky, but I'll take it. I will take it. So, in the end I look it up, and Touhou 9 is gonna release in around 7 or 6 hours. So just as I expected, the game is gonna get released when I'm asleep. So hey, that's great. Beautiful, I will say. The fact that it releases when I'm completely asleep. Beautiful thing to do. But yeah, that's usually how it goes. Every time that a Touhou game releases on Steam, it releases a couple hours after the stream is done. But it's okay. At least I know that, well, if everything goes right, it should be... Wait, what killed me there? What the fuck? That doesn't make any sense. Did that bullet hit me? Guess I wasn't paying attention. God damn it, dude. Fucking bombs. In that case, I'm gonna... Like, let's do it like this. Let's make a deal. I'm gonna force myself to not bomb this spell card. Well, if I get killed, I get killed. But if I don't get killed, I'm gonna continue the run. If I get killed, I'm gonna reset. And what the fuck? Why do you take so long to die? God damn it. I could also try with this spell card, but this spell card is... I really like dying with bombs on stock. It's one of my favorite things to do, I gotta say. It's one of the things that I love. I hate resets too. It's not that I'm a fan of them, but it's useless to keep going at that point, especially with a character like Marisa. If I was using Sakui, I would be like, okay, whatever. Every time I die, I get 4 bombs, so who gives a shit? But Marisa only gets 2. So she really can only count her resources little by little. Ah, god damn it. Well, that's another good thing of Great Fairy Wars. Unless you're at the very end of the run and you die with bombs on stock, in Great Fairy Wars there is not really... Well, very ironic considering what I should say, but there is no such a thing as bomb stocks. You basically have a number, and when that number reaches 100 you can bomb, and it can accumulate until 300. But basically, it's a number that starts as 0, and every time you die, it doesn't go to 300. It increases a little bit, yes, but that's about it. It doesn't do anything else. So, you can basically have 100% in that perfect freeze meter. You die, and that doesn't matter because you're still gonna have that plus what you should won by dying. So, Great Fairy Wars is a game that, I mean, you can reset because you died a lot, but you will never reset because you die with bombs on stock, because there is no such a thing as having bombs on stock. But yeah, that's also another reason why usually playing Great Fairy Wars, it's a more relaxed experience. But yeah, that's only for that, because the game is absolutely chaotic. Like, it's so chaotic. It's such a chaotic game. So when I say relaxed, I mean because of that. But yeah, it's extremely chaotic. Which is the reason why I didn't want to just play Great Fairy Wars today. Because if I only play that game, the result is gonna be very clear. The result is gonna be me basically, you know, getting destroyed over and over again. Which is mostly what's happening here right now, but at least this game is obviously a lot easier, so you can play it a little bit, even if you don't get the 1 coin clear, and you can still get relatively far. Almost got killed there. But yeah, I think that one of the things that, in terms of mechanics, that I wish the Touhou games had, and it's, you know, like, I'm remembering that there is a Touhou fan game, Elegance Impermanence of Sakura. When I played that game, and I realized how many mechanics it had that I wish the official Touhou games have, I kinda had a little bit of an existential crisis. Because I always held the official Touhou games in a very high regard, and the Touhou fan games I usually always considered to be lower than the official ones. And when I played that game and I realized that mechanic-wise it was so superior to any official Touhou game, it was a little bit shocking for my mind. It was like, wait a second. Like, my complete ideology is turning over, right? Yeah, one of those things is the death bomb timing. I wish the death bomb timing was a lot more, a lot longer in Touhou games. Because, you know, Touhou games already are very far from being, you know, like traditional Danmaku games, or just traditional shoot 'em ups in general, right? But yeah, it looks more modern. Modern, huh? Well, I will say, like, if you wanna call a Danmaku game modern, it's definitely that one. Elegant Impermanence of Sakura, it really is the best fun game I played. But yeah, exactly. Like, Elegance Impermanence of Sakura is a super modern Danmaku game in that regard. It has so many things that allows for even newer players to be able to properly practice the game and get good runs. Playing Perishable Knight. Problem with Imperishable Knight is that you are punished for death bombing unless you death bomb perfectly. Which is a thing in that game. You can death bomb perfectly, but if you don't death bomb perfectly, say goodbye to 2 fucking bombs instead of 1. So yeah, that's, you know. Most Touhous are too traditional. Obligatory mention of Iku-san. Haven't played it, but I wouldn't say modern. sorry, it's traditional. I wouldn't say that they are too traditional, because, you know, a traditional Danmaku game is Ketsui. To me, like, if I had to envision a super traditional, well, super might be an exaggeration, but a traditional Danmaku game, it will be Ketsui. And if you compare the Touhou games to Ketsui, it's insanely different in everything. Like the way the whole flow of the game is, which is pretty much full routing, like a very traditional shoot 'em up, instead of more RNG based. The fact that there are no death bombs at all. The fact that you have a true last boss that is almost impossible to get. Well, generic boss theme, with the exception of the final boss and the secret bosses. All bosses share the same thing, and they are all pretty generic by themselves, you know. So yeah, I will say that I will never call Touhou traditional in that regard, because, as I say, Ketsui to me is the representation of a traditional Danmaku game. Notice that I say Danmaku game, not shoot 'em up. Like, a traditional Danmaku game is exactly how Ketsui is. Touhou is super far from Ketsui. 2017 game that almost perfectly feels like 2017 game. I wonder why. Better than losing all bomb stock? Yeah, but I mean, I don't know, that's like saying... The problem is that I will need to use a little bit of brain power to think of something, of a comparison here, and I can't do it right now. Yeah, that's like saying that, you know, you are eating rabbit shit and you are like, well, hey, at least it's not horse shit, you know? It's a little bit better. Right? Like, you know, hey, at least it's not horror shit. Yes, I'm eating shit, but it's better shit than the rest, you know. So yeah, I feel like it's like saying that. Imagine thinking. The problem is that thinking while playing these games is something that always turns into something bad. Ooh. You didn't steal the whole car, only the wheels? Well, stealing... No, I mean... See, that's a bad example. Because if they steal only the wheels from a car, that's very easy to replace. A better example will be at least they only steal the engine. The engine is pretty much like 50% of the car, in terms of value and in terms of usefulness, you know. I will say even more than 50%. The engine is one of the most important things of a car. No. The most important thing of a car, not even one of the most, it's the most important by a long shot. I mean, pretty much an engine is what defines a car. Like, you can basically have like a super shitty looking car, but if the engine is good, it doesn't matter. least they didn't install the entire PC only CPU. Well, the GPU is also, I mean, that's a half and half. Because usually, it depends on the other parts, I guess. But usually the GPU tends to be the most expensive. But at the same time, it's the least important part of the PC. Because a PC can work with everything. If you just take out the GPU. If you take out anything else, like the RAM, the CPU, the motherboard, the drive, well, I guess you can take out the tower, but you know, regardless, the point is that, yeah, if you take out the GPU, you can actually keep using the PC. Unfortunately, it is the most valuable part, usually. But that also depends on what processor you have. Oh, another part is the power supply. If you take away the power supply, of course you can't use the PC. So in that regard, yeah, you can just steal the GPU and that thing is still gonna work. Oh, I wanted to break the border there. It's okay. Bomb. Oh, I didn't mean this bomb. Damn it. Ah, fuck this game and the shitty ass non-focus bombs. It's okay, at least I survived. At least it wasn't against a boss. It was against a boss that would have been very, very sad. Oh, I had a bomb there. Where did I get it? Oh, I could have bombed. Nah, it's okay. It's only one bomb. Could have been worse. Didn't even know I got a bomb there, to be honest. Yeah, I got it from... Is that the one I got for Lily White, or did I get it afterwards? I didn't remember. A ramless PC. Yeah, well, you could, but good luck trying to apply it to anything that you could use. I mean, anything relatively complex. Ooh, I almost got hit there. Problem is that I'm gonna get hit by this. I hate this pattern because I just don't know. Oh, I almost dodged it. God damn it. If I had dodged that first wave, the other waves are absolutely free. Nah, it's okay. Oh, you will use the SSD? Yeah. That could work. That could work. Wouldn't be very advisable though. But yeah, it could indeed work. Haha, good try, bitch. You didn't know I had the finger on the trigger. That was a good try, but it did not work. With shit. Good try though, I'll give you that. You almost made me die with 3 bombs on stock. Almost. Almost. But no, it did not work. It's not gonna work here either. Yeah, that was an unnecessary bomb, but I don't care. Speaking of unnecessary bombs, I think I'm gonna use a bomb here. Probably. I don't like this pattern. Or not. How the fuck did I end this spell card so quickly last time? Was it because of the bomb that I used before the spell card started? Did she not have bomb protection or what? I thought that that spell was a lot easier because of that. I could have avoided bombing there, but I got scared. I got a little bit scared. That was definitely gonna be a capture, but got scared. I can't believe I just did that. That was a very good dodge. Very unconventional too, but did you see that? It was very good. Shame that I'm probably gonna get killed around here anyways, but it was still very good. Well, the biggest shame in that pattern is that I can't just auto-collect everything. That's the biggest shame about that pattern. About all of these patterns, actually. I mean, if I had a bomb, I would probably use it because there is so much shit that I'm missing. Because I'm too busy dodging, you know? Nice. Damn, I actually dodged the whole thing without bombing. Alright, that might be a first time that I dodged the whole first part of the stage without bombing once. Good shit. Don't think I can do the second half though, unfortunately. Oh, come on. Nice. Ah, fuck. Got killed in slow motion. Gotcha. I think here comes... Fuck that shit. Here comes the bomb. You're gonna like it. Now the question is if I can get 100 on the next stage. I think I can. Mostly because at the opening of the next stage you do get a lot of items. I'm not 100% sure. I don't like that. Oops, still got it. God's Flashing Slash. Is this her hardest spell card? This is a spell card that I never understood, at least not on Lunatic. Like, I don't get the pattern. There is so much random shit. Like, I just don't see an obvious opening. Like, it just feels like I'm dodging absolute random shit. Like, the other slowdown spell cards, at least I can clearly see where I'm supposed to go. But this is a spell card that just looks like absolute random shit. Like, there is absolutely nothing that I can use as guide. Or rather, I don't find anything that I can use as guide. Which is not the same as there not being anything, obviously. Never understood that spell card. It's RNG Vomit. Yeah. I thought so. I thought so because, you know, it's just very, very awkward to see, to dodge, to do anything really. I'm gonna bomb. Honestly, this feels too risky. Her hardest is Double Pain Lunatic in material and missing power, huh? Yes, I don't like her in that game. That's the worst part about Yomu in that game. She's very annoying as a boss, and she's absolute... Oh, come on, I swear I bombed her. I swear I bombed. It's okay. But yeah, that's what I don't like about that game. Like, when you fight against Yomu, it's an absolute pain in the ass. But when you use her, she's absolute trash. Against the CPU, at least. I don't know the competitive tier list, nor I give a shit, so... And that's a shame. I don't think I would have gotten that far. Input lag. I mean, I could blame the input lag, but I think that will be an excuse. There's nothing I can do there. Ah, that sucks. So what should I do? Should I do one more run, or should I go to Great Fairy Wars? What's the best idea? Should I continue this, or should I just say fuck this shit and go to Great Fairy Wars? What do you say? So I'm down for both. Is that a lizard? What does that lizard mean? Or is that a crocodile? I don't know what that is. I'm not sure what that means. While you decide, let me try this shot type. But you know. So I didn't try this shot type before. Die to the sisters one more time. But I didn't die to the sisters. I died to the stage 6. If anything, the sisters is the least of my problems. Crocodile means crocodile? Yeah, I assume that, but you know. That's the average Australian. I thought that the most iconic Australian animal was the kangaroo, not the crocodile. Right? Because I think that the kangaroo is something that unless you import it from Australia, you don't really find it anywhere else, right? Or am I wrong? I don't know. I personally hate crocodiles. I think they are a piece of shit. But you know. The thing about kangaroos is that they are pretty cute, but as far as I know, they are very big assholes. I'm not sure though. Not an animal specialist. But yeah. Well, that reminds me, speaking of hating animals, the other day I was walking on the street normally, and a dog, you know, this is pretty common where I live right now. Like, dogs from houses, like, they come out to their gardens and start barking at people that come nearby. And this one was like a jump scare, because I didn't see him, and when he barked, he was right in front of me. And I think that for the first time, I actually insulted a dog in his face. You know that usually I should say to him, what a shitty ass dog, but this time I actually told him to him. I actually told him, you're a piece of shit. Because I felt so angry that these pieces of shit just bark for no reason. No, dude, I'm not gonna enter your shitty ass house. I don't care about that or you. Stop barking. You're not guarding anything. And if I wanted to enter, I will obliterate you very easily. So stop. Don't embarrass yourself. You're not a pit bull. If you were a pit bull, I will be a little bit scared at least. But you're just a little shit. One punch and you're on the ground crying like a little bitch that you are, literally. So you know. Fire required. I don't know. I just really dislike dogs. I wouldn't say that I hate them because there are some dog breeds that I like. Especially those that have those big ass ears. I think that you call them... I actually don't know how you call them. But they are the dogs that they usually bring in snow expeditions. Those that have a lot of fur and they have like a very low face. Like, I remember that, if I'm not mistaken, in some of the Coyote cartoons, like the Warner Bros. Ones, I mean, well, the Looney Tunes, right? I think there was one where that dog was like chasing out the coyote, but I don't remember the name of the breed. But I like those dogs that are helpful and usually mind their own business. Usually. Every other dog, like, they could disappear tomorrow and I will say good riddance. Basset? I don't think that's how it's called. No, I think it's called... I don't know, actually. Like, it's like I have in my mind the name, but it just doesn't come up. It's... No, I have no idea, honestly. I have absolutely no idea how it's called. Because I was thinking about Sherman Pastor, I think, but that's not how it's called. I think that's a different one. Is Saint Bernard's? I don't know. Also, how is it going, Yummy? Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure that if you Google snow dog, you're probably gonna find it. The Basset Hound. Wait, give me a second. Short-legged breed of dog in the Hound family. The Basset is a scent hound. that was originally bred for the purpose of hunting hare, or hare, I guess. It's white and brown breed that appears in the hush puppy. Yeah, but I know which one you mean. The Hush Puppies one, yeah, but I don't think it's the one in Hush Puppies, actually. Like, I know that one. I guess that one is also chill, but I don't think I mean that one. I also thought about that one. Like, that's one of the ones that came to my mind, but I don't think it's exactly that one. Is Saint Bernard? Saint Bernards appear in that one sheep stealing cartoon. Yes, dude, that's the one I'm talking about. That is the one I'm talking about. The one that the coyote tries to steal the sheep. Yeah, that one. Exactly that one. Well, I think in that one it's not a coyote. I think it's supposed to be some sort of wolf or whatever. I don't know. Yami told me that once and I already forgot. The ones with brandy around neck. Yeah, the one that they have an alcoholic beverage to rescue people that get lost in the snow. Like when there is someone that is lost in the snow, they have that to avoid them to avoid those people that they rescue to freeze to death, I think. You say low face? Don't they have a low face? I think I remember them with a low face. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think they have a low face, right? I guess maybe it's not that they have a low face, but it's rather that they have hair in their eyes. I think. I probably confuse it with that. But yeah, I guess both the Hush Puppy one and that one that Yami is mentioning, those two are fine in my book. Those two are okay. Those dogs, as far as I know, they are pretty chill, and differently from like 90% of the dogs, they are actually useful. So in that regard, I will say that, yeah. If you told me that I wish all the dogs disappear, no. If we can make those exceptions, then yes. If we can make those exceptions, then yeah, everyone else can fucking die for all I care. The ones I'm seeing have standard face, some have the meat hanging though. I see. Yeah, that's what I mean when I say low face, that they have the meat hanging. Chihuahuas? No, fuck Chihuahuas. I don't like small dogs. Because the small dogs are like the only purpose of small dogs is to be pets. And when I say to be pets, I mean to be like a plushie. Like owners that have those dogs, is that they wanted a plushie that will do more than just stand there, right? So to me, that's absolutely worthless. I mean, sure, you could say they are pretty cute, whatever, but it's like the kind of dog that really serves no useful purpose. I mean, I guess other than, I don't know, other than avoiding their owners to get depressed, I don't know. Dude, I remember talking to an English teacher in university, and I told them that I don't have any pets, and they were like, damn, how can you not have any pets? Like, she said that if I didn't have any pets, I would be super sad, right? So it's like these people can't operate without having a pet. Like, I thought that wouldn't be real, but it is real. Some people, if they don't have a pet, they cannot operate normally. They just fall into a depression hole that they can't get out from. And I understand that having a pet helps. like having some company and not feeling that lonely, I guess. But dude, like, I feel that it's a two-way street. I feel like that's a very selfish reason to have an animal as a pet. Well, I mean, it's whatever, not like I really care about animals anyways. I don't know, I feel like it's the kind of thing that... yeah, I don't know. Will I need to know which kind of dog it is if it talks? What? Tashiks are gonna make shawarma? Who are tashiks? I don't know what that means. Tashik. I cope without one. I mean, I don't have one and I don't regret it. Because honestly, taking care of someone else other than myself feels like a pain in the ass. It's already hard enough to take care of oneself, you know, to take care of someone else, even if it's an animal. Also, how is it going, Bravi? I will say that the fact that it's an animal is even worse. I mean, obviously, if you have a kid at the beginning, the kid won't understand what the fuck you're saying. But the point is that at least a kid eventually understands. A dog can only understand very basic commands. So, I'm not very interested in that, you know. I used to have a cat. I think that the only pets I had, and I don't think it really counts because I was so little that I could give less of a shit about them, honestly, but I think I had hamsters. That's the only type of pet that I had, and then again, I was so little that I barely remember or care. So, you know. But again, it's not like I had the pets, it's more like my mom had those pets. Because again, I didn't give a shit back then, I don't give a shit today either, you know. Used to have a rabbit. Rabbits are something that make me curious. Because apparently... I mean, just for the fact that they don't make any noises like the dogs or any like loud noises like dogs, already feel like if you want to have a pet, they are already a way better idea. Problem is that rabbits, if I was talking about dogs being useless, rabbits are like even more useless somehow. So, that's the issue. Again, it will be the kind of pet that you will only have because it's cute. Which again, it's a legitimate reason. I just feel that if I had a pet, I would like the pet to at least do something more than just being there, you know. Like, at least for example, if I had a cat, I know that cats can hunt mice. Which doesn't really matter because we don't have mice here. Mice are almost non-existent here. If anything, here the worst thing, that you can find as a creature that gets into your house uninvited, well, other than mosquitoes, obviously, you have cockroaches. Well, I guess cats can also hunt cockroaches, probably. I don't know. Used to have a bat? Really? Or are you just kidding? You can send a rabbit to defeat Shunko. Sure. Because I'm pretty sure bats cannot be pets. Unless you have an actual gigantic cage, you can keep a bat as a pet. As far as I'm aware. Not kidding. But how do you have it? Because I'm pretty sure you can have a bat if you don't have a gigantic cage where they can chill. I don't think it's possible. Well, I mean, it is possible, but it's not like they are gonna survive that long if they don't have a giant place to play around and shit. Yeah, and my family caught it in the wild. And how much did it last? Or did you release it eventually? I don't think bats last too long in captivity. They are wild animals for a reason, after all. Pretty long? Really? That's interesting. Because as far as I know, those kind of wild animals, as much as you can take care of them, they can't really survive in tight spaces, especially something like a bat that is supposed to fly. Ate all the roaches in the apartment? Really? Well, that's definitely very useful. Yeah, bats are cute, though it depends on the kind of bat. Because some bats are super cute, the ones that usually have like a dog face. There are some other bats that look like fucking demons. I think that one of them is vegetarian and the other one is a carnivore, right? Vegetarian, I mean herbivore. You know. But yeah, the ones that have the dog face are the cute ones. I like the way they move their ears, because obviously, well, I don't know if that specific breed of bats is blind, or if they are not blind, but if they are, then obviously they use their ears to know what the fuck is going on, since they can't see shit. It's pretty funny how they move their ears to be like what's happening in front of me. Most bats are blind or semi-blind. Yeah, that's also what I understood as well. So yeah, they have to rely on their ears. That's why they move it so much. They almost look like satellite receivers. The way they move, it's pretty funny. Basically is a receiver. Yeah, that is true. They receive all of the sound waves. Ooh, I don't know how I didn't get hit there. but I didn't. Damn, that was pretty good. Oh, that's the wrong side. You're supposed to go from left to right. It's okay, don't worry about it. Jesus. Chill with the bullets there, bro. But yeah. You know who else is a receiver? Man, you know that I can just say your mom, right? Like, come on. Like, if that's supposed to be a trap, that's not the way it works. You're supposed to make it subtle. Because if you don't make it subtle, I can basically do a, well, what the youngsters call a reverse Uno card. And basically just reverse that shit back to you. Like, come on. That's not how traps are supposed to work. And now you're gonna say, you know who else is a trap? Yeah, and you know what the answer is gonna be. Hey, come on, bro. So I need to bring Colo here to teach you about how to set up a trap properly. It's not like he's a very big expert, but... I should have gone outside instead of there. That's okay. I'm gonna bomb you. Just in case. Just in case. Calling Comi Block an apartment was a huge overestimate on my side. What? When did you say that? Did you got the wrong chat? I don't think I remember you saying Comi Block. Or did you get censored? But I don't think YouTube likes the word Comi, because they feel identified, so you know. I mean, after all, with all that censorship, it will make Stalin proud. Russia be making Terraria wooden boxes. I think he means the Roach apartment. No, yeah, I know he probably means that apartment, but I don't think he ever said Comi Block. So that's why it took me by surprise. Well, speaking of which, who is ready for some great Fairy Wars? Because fuck this shit. Let's do some great Fairy Wars. I'm probably gonna get destroyed even worse than I got destroyed there, but hey. At least it's gonna be more interesting, I think. This game is very unique. So let me capture it first, obviously. Also, it's very low, very quiet. Let me put it up a little bit. Like that. Alright. Yeah. Great Stoner Wars. So, as I say before, I'm not very good to beat this game on Lunatic, so I'm most likely gonna get demolished. Just want you to know that, because you might think that, oh wait, I need to change the title as well. Because you might think that I am good at this. I'm not, and I'm most likely not gonna get a Lunatic 1 coin clear, but I might, I don't know. You never know. Been a while since I played this shit. You're basically supposed to be constantly freezing shit and know exactly where to do it because, you know. Because the spread is very important. Those revenge bullets are so fucked up. Yeah, I expected that was gonna happen. Jesus, those revenge bullets are insane. Yeah, that bomb is a waste, but you know, that's okay. Can't believe I had enough to survive that. So I was already out of lives. Also be used to the speed on crack. That is a Touhou game that I will call modern and non-traditional. Yeah, this is definitely non-traditional. Revenge bullets can be as painful as useful because free grace. I despise the dead bomb glitch. Yeah, in this game, basically what Brad is saying, if you dead bomb, the bomb counter is gonna remain the same. So it's impossible to know if you have 1 or 0 bombs if you haven't keep up. You have to count them manually, which obviously sucks as you would expect. But you know, that's okay. That's just more of soon stoner tendencies, you know. Also, can someone tell me what the easiest route to get a Lunatic 1 coin clear is? Because if there is such a thing as an easier route, I would like to do it. If there is such a thing as easier route, I would like to be pointed at that. Someone told me just look at the perfect freeze percentage. Well, I mean, it's not a bad idea, but yeah, definitely something that shouldn't be necessary. Something from C routes. So you're saying that I should go to C first. Uh-oh. Damn, I can't believe I survived that. I'll take it. Avoid having spring... Wait. Wow, that was pretty bad. It's impossible to read in this game unless there is a dialogue going on. So you can't take your eyes away from the fucking screen at one moment. Ah, you suck of fucking shit. No, when you bomb... So see, here's the thing. There is a person... No, right there I trigger it. So as you can see, I bombed and I don't have any more bombs, but look at the bottom left. The bottom left says that I have 1 bomb. That's a lie, I don't have a bomb. I mean, I'm gonna have it now. Well, yeah, I have it there, but yeah, you could see the glitch right there. So, Avoid having Spring Path at stage 3 and Star Sapphire as stage 2 boss. A1 is Cancer, A2 is Scoring Root, and I don't know much about B. The white second none is scary. Reminder that stage enemies also have no collision in this game. Oh, really? Interesting. Never noticed the bumps on the bottom left. Yeah, they are a thing. Okay, so you say that I should start from C root here. So which one do you say that I should go after? Well, no. Before asking that question, let me actually beat this, you know. Let's go in order. Let's go in order, because if we don't go in order, it's gonna be the same as nothing. That looks pretty hard. Is this a Spring Path? No wonder why you told me to avoid it having as the last one. Like, holy shit. These patterns are something else. Oh, come on. I trigger the freeze there, you sack of shit. Oops, I fucked that up. It's okay though. Oh. See, it's a Spring Pad. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So Spring Pad does seem like a very crazy stage just looking at these patterns. I can imagine it being a pain in the ass when you take into account fire and all that garbage. Having Misty Lake as stage 3 location sounds good. The stage can be really nasty with all the fireballs and lasers, okay. Yeah, that's more or less what I understood. We're supposed to trigger this at the beginning, not that late, but it's okay. Got her. Oh, I remember this pattern being an absolute pain in the ass. I remember this pattern and I don't like it. I know that you're supposed to kinda wait until it's close enough, but even then it's not a guarantee. Got it. Thing is, I don't know which one of the two locations to select is Forest of Magic, because I can't read Japanese. This is Forest. Yeah, this is Forest of Magic, and this is whatever is afterwards. So which one should I pick? Forest of Magic or this thing? Which one will you think that is the best option for the second one? Not weave enough. But yeah. Which one? Because I don't mind. Forest of Magic. Okay. Let's go to Forest of Magic. You will have Misty Lake at stage 3, I see. Try both of them. I guess I can try the other one for the next run. C1 it is. I have bomb. But yeah, I really should avoid those dumb deaths. That's a lot of fire, Jesus. Wasn't the other one Misty Lake? No, Misty Lake, well yeah, sorry, my bad, it is Misty Lake. The other one is in the Misty Lake. I could try it, just to see how it goes. Yeah. Fucking revenge bullets. Didn't do as much damage as I wanted, but it's okay. Maybe Forest of Magic in stage 2 is bad? I don't know if it's bad. I am bad, you know? Wouldn't call that bad. I mean, it probably is gonna be worse if I have it as a stage 3 after all, so wouldn't necessarily call it bad. Misty Lake stage 3 has those fairies with those lines of a billion of green bullets that are so good to freeze. I see. Yeah, I'm still just to try it out. I'm gonna see what happens if I go for Misty Lake on the second one. I am curious. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna die regardless, you know. I don't think there's gonna be that big of a difference. There you have your dead bomb. Oh, come on. Damn it. I thought I did it in time, but I didn't. I like the OST in this game. It's pretty good. Starry Savage, yeah. Well, every fairy in this game is a fucking, you know, very wild individuals. Also, speaking of OST, I remember that there is a very interesting theme that is very unlike usual Touhou themes, which is the extra stage theme called Loose Rain. So that song is super unique. Like, the mood change is really impressive, I would say. So It's very, very good. And then obviously you have Mega's Knight. The Mega's Knight is pretty much a remix of the Touhou song. So yeah, Loose Rain is pretty cool. Damn it. I want to try the B route to see how it will go. I don't even know what the B route has. I know that this is probably the worst idea, most likely because, as you say, this is probably one of the easiest stages, right? So you probably want to leave this for last, right? You don't want to have it as your first one. So we will see how it goes. Come on. Oh, I thought I charged there. Are you shitting me? I thought the charging was done. That's bad. Misty Lake is kinda lame as a stage 1 location. Yeah, I mean, I can see some patterns, especially these ones being super good for the last, for having as a last stage, because they are relatively easy to deal with. Yeah, I die there, but I die because I suck, but that's very easy to deal with. Didn't mean to do that, god damn it. Also, this game, considering that it's so short, is when it comes to, you know, the famous stage 1 hell, it's probably the worst Touhou game for that, because it's the Touhou game that you're most likely gonna be stuck in stage 1 for a very long time. Because even stage 1 is ridiculously hard in this game. Because of the freeze mechanic, obviously. I wonder how this game will be if it didn't have a freeze mechanic. In terms of how it will balance the attacks. 'Cause I don't know. Damn, this mid-boss is fucking hard. This might be the hardest mid-boss. I mean, compared to the other two Lily Whites, this one is fucking ridiculous. It is also true that, as Bravi said, the grace is very good specifically for recovering the freezing meter. And yeah, Dayose is a colossal bitch. Yeah, big fairy, more like big bitch. Get on. I should have bombed them. The bombing here is very lame, but it's more lame dying like that, I would say. That's not enough to spread. Nice. So you have Sunny Milk as a boss here, huh? That non-spell is brutal. Other. I bombed that, god damn it. Man, this level is bro. You know what? I'm gonna retry. I don't give a shit. I mean, I want to at least see what else to expect, you know? Because at this rate, if I keep restarting, I'm not even gonna know what to do when eventually the other stages appear. Like, I'm gonna reach stage 2, I'm gonna get immediately murdered. I want to at least see what else to expect. Also, I like here that when you overkill a boss, you can tell that the health meter goes more than where it should go. Like it overloads instead of, you know, just disappearing. That's quite funny. Little bit sad that he didn't try to correct that. Which also reminds me that, you know, in the Touhou 9, in the Steam version of Touhou 9, like, the people that work on the port, which are most likely Soon and a couple of other people, I basically said, you know, there are these issues that we identified. Like, we explain these issues here. Well, you see these issues? Well, we are not gonna fix them in this version. Like, we identify these issues, but we don't give enough of a fuck to fix them. So it reminds me of that. Because, I mean, I'm pretty sure when Soon tested this game, he clearly, like, you know, he clearly was there to see that, but he didn't give enough of a shit to fix it. The HP goes negative. I think that when it comes to a lot of issues in Touhou, it's not that Soon didn't know, it's that he knew and he doesn't give a shit, basically. It's like, ah, yeah, that's not that big of a deal. And I mean, he's right, it's not that big of a deal, but you know, it's the kind of thing that you will expect not to be there. Especially if you are aware that it's an issue. And I mean, that will be understandable when updates weren't a thing, but when this game released, updates were pretty much a thing. You know? It was probably the fact that this is a spin-off game that he didn't give enough of a shit about. Most likely. Got your ass. Wait, I just realized something. You know the dog that we were talking before that Yami told me the name of, and I said I'm not sure? Like, that's actually the English name. I just remember the name in Spanish. We call that breed of dog San Bernardo. And what he said is basically the equivalent in English. I just realized. Like, an hour later I realized. But hey, better late than never, right? So yeah, it is the one that you say, Yami, if there was any doubt. I wonder if DRM is gonna fuck up netplay. I don't think so, because apparently the netplay, there is no netplay. Like, you basically just use remote connection. Like, you use the remote play that Steam has, or you use Parsi, or Parsec, sorry, not Parsi, that's the character, Parsec. No, there is no netplay, basically. Shimata no HP markers at the final. Oh, there is also that, yeah. As I say, those are minor things that they are so minor that Sun just doesn't care, basically. Even though they clearly will be an improvement if they were changed, but they are so minor that Sun is like, nah, I'm fine with them. These are Netblade's tools. Oh, there are Netblade tools. Yeah, I don't know how it will work. I mean, I really don't plan on playing it with people, though it will be cool. I'm not denying that it will be cool. It will definitely be cool to play it with people. But it feels like such a pain in the ass that I rather not. I mean, if it was as easy as pressing one button and it's already there, the matchmaking, maybe, but it's clearly not like that. You fixed it? Yeah, I know that you do those kind of things. For example, DRM being what it is fucks up B-patch. I don't personally use B-patch. I know that a lot of people do. Well, I think I use B-patch on Touhou 6, but that's because otherwise the game doesn't run properly, I think. I'm not sure if I use that or if I use something else. That's very hard. Dayose really is the hardest bitch in this game. As a mid boss at least. Come on, those fucking garbage bullets that were there from the previous attack. That's bad. I can still survive. Nice, that was pretty cool. Delay netcode. Yeah, delay netcode is bad. Finally fits the timeout glitch. The solution was as simple as setting the bomb shield to off. Even those icicles are denser in stage 3. see. Well, I mean, I'm most likely gonna get extremely killed by Luna right here. But I personally think that I should be able to win. No, sorry, I didn't mean to say that. I meant to say that I think that I should be able to survive a lot more in this run than I did in the other runs. Well, I already do for reaching this far, so you know. That bomb was a little bit unnecessary, perhaps. Oh, I was supposed to wait until they hit the walls. I didn't remember. And to be fair, I don't remember about most of these spell cards. Tim, that's so hard, Jesus. Almost full screen freeze. I know. Delay netcode is probably as much of a shitcode as FromSoft netcode. Well, I mean, delay netcode is basically as bad as badly implemented rollback. Well, I wouldn't say that it is as bad, but if you implement rollback like shit, the experience is not gonna be much better, unless the connection was already good, in which case, yes, it will be literally better. Some of those freezes were pretty big, I know, but that's because she spams bullets like a maniac. So let's see how much I can survive here with a continue under my watch. Let's see how much we can hold up. So I thought that was a relatively good run. I mean, compared to all of the other ones at least. Jesus. Oh, and of course she brings lasers here. It wouldn't be any other way. Damn, and it fucked me up completely. The fucking laser. That was brutal. At least the laser seems to be static. It was like a star shape with the lasers. It will be worse. Oh, I thought I had enough. I guess I didn't. I think I'm definitely taking this route, C2. I think the C2 route might be the best one. I know that I continued here already, but even without that I got quite far. And even using this continue, I would say that I'm getting relatively far. Not that far, not far enough, I mean, but it's still relatively good. The revenge bullets, dude. Yeah, I think that this is definitely the path that I'm gonna take. That's why this game is good, because how crack it is. How sad Tsukasa doesn't even have a spell background at all. Yeah, she's only a mid-boss. what a trap there with the fireball and the other fairy. The game is full of traps. Which is the reason why it's so short. As if it was longer, it will be probably unbearable with all the shit there is. So yeah, I think that this is the route that I'm gonna take, C2. So basically the Spring Path, the Misty Lake, and then at last the Forest of Magic. That is the route I'm gonna take. I like it. Maybe you can freeze the revenge bullets along with the other streaming bullets. I cool. No Midboss exclusive character gets a unique spell background until they appear in another game. Let's hope then that Tsukasa gets in a photo game, so that I can add it to Touhou 18. Ewi and Momishi finally got something of their own, unlike Kizume and Shizuha. I don't know. I mean, the problem is that will depend on if Sun actually remembers to use his own fucking characters for once, you know. Which seems unlikely considering his current record of characters that he created and have never used before. Has never used before. That's the issue. You know. I mean, after all, outside of Okina, the Touhou 16 cast is pretty much non-existent. And I guess you could say Aun, that's just because she's close to Reimu. If she wasn't that close to Reimu, she would be a nobody. Yeah, that's the issue that most current characters have. Toshiko still has no appearances beyond Touhou 13, yeah. It's usually the way it is, you know. It's just something that unfortunately it's the way it is. Some characters are useless. Well, Eternity appeared in the Fairies manga, yeah, that is true. She appeared there, but it's gonna be very hard to see that she will appear somewhere else other than there, probably. So I was dead there. Guess I live a little bit more, but it seems like I will live for that long. At this rate. Really didn't want to waste a bomb there, but didn't see any way to survive that. Oh, that might be bad. Oh, that's bad, dim. I still don't think about the fucking revenge bullets, dude. I just don't think about them. They are such a foreign concept to me because I don't really play that many Danmaku games other than Touhou, and revenge bullets are almost non-existent in Touhou. Well, aside from this game, I think one of the only games that has revenge bullets is 14. And only on hard mode, I'm pretty sure, and Lunatic. If not only Lunatic, I don't remember that well. That was so unlucky. It was impossible to dodge. Eat shit. They are just material for fan games to use, not for soon. It seems to be the case. Is Sun really intended to make Maya and Satono the most forgotten stage for 5 bosses? No, I think that title belongs to Show. I think that, well, I mean, sure, at least Show appear in a photo game. But I think that Show, considering that she's supposed to be such an important character, because she's supposed to be the second after Byakuren, nobody gives a shit. She didn't even get into the fighting games where, I mean, she should have been there instead of Ichirin. Touhou 18 nearly made Narumi an alternate Pachi, in the endings. Sun is not gonna like that you are referencing the endings. He's gonna come to your house with his ninja outfit. I just don't think. Yeah, Narfumi. I like that. We needed Ichirin for the Shosho references. Maybe. Was referring to the ability cards. Oh, that's what you mean. I thought that she appeared in an ending. Because I don't remember the endings. In fact, I'm pretty sure that there are some endings in Touhou 18 that I never read. Translated, I mean. Which is the same as, you know, actually reading them. Because I obviously don't understand Japanese. Stage 4 bosses magicians. Well, I don't think the one in Touhou 18 is a magician. Not to mention... Actually, I think that there are more instances of stage 4 bosses not being magicians than being magicians. Oh, you were referring to those two. Soon is gonna come for my ass for endings. Shoot 'em up, Yakuza is gonna send ninjas. Well, see, here's the thing. If you wanna sound like a true weeb, you don't say ninja, you say shinobi. For some reason, and I really don't understand why, Japanese people prefer to use shinobi in most cases. They kind of don't even use the word ninja that much. Like, for some reason, the word ninja is a very Western, I hate using that word. It's a very non-Japanese thing. Like, it's something that you use to identify them outside of Japan. But Japan itself, I think it always uses the word shinobi for ninjas. Team West, I know. The problem is when there are so many shitheads that repeat the same thing over and over, you start assimilating it. So a shitty ass word as West and Western, I read it so much that even though I think that they are the lowest of the lowest terms that you could use, like the most intellectually lowest things that you can say, it still sticks to your mind when people repeat it so fucking much. But in reality, what you're supposed to say in this context is non-Japanese, not Western. I might actually not die in this stage. Can you believe that? Yeah, I don't. God damn it. Shinobi are those guys with prosthetic arm and immortality? Sure they are. Western world record. Yeah, even Gaishin is a more acceptable word than Western, if we're talking about Japan, obviously. Do you think stage 4 bosses don't have any gimmicks? Like having a player dependency or a timeout spell since Touhou 14? That is... well... if you count Touhou 14, Touhou 14 has one. If you say from Touhou 15 onwards, then you will be right. Because Touhou 14 has either Ben Ben or Yatsuhashi, depending on who you pick. Well, no, not depending on who you pick, rather what variation you pick. But yeah. I was gonna say something and I don't remember what. Well, probably wasn't that important. Oh yeah! Well, but let me ask it after this. Oh, you suck of shit. Since Touhou 15, this is no more true. Yeah, that is the case. So I have a question. What happens if in the Lily White with black suit, Lily Black as people like to call her, what if in that last pattern I do nothing but do the freeze until it times out? Is that a good idea to get more power, or is that not a good idea? Lily Black. Because it seems that it gives you a shit ton of freeze area. You never tried? But I thought you scored this game. Well, I guess you didn't score on that particular route. Probably it is. Problem is that it's gonna be a pain in the ass, but if it increases my power, it will be a good idea. Far enough. Nice. Another one? Just enjoy dodging through the fireballs, but there are no fireballs in stage 1. I mean stage 1, not 2. On A2, scorers do timeout her. I see. Shinobi is a waifu for visions. No, that word is kunoichi, not shinobi. Close enough, I guess. Freezing the jelly beans between two midnons might actually be useful. Maybe. I don't know. This spell card is such a lot of bullshit. It's just insane. You can just build a screen like that and call it a fucking spell card. And of course, that was so dirty. That was so unbelievably dirty that I feel dirty even though I was in the receiving end there. That was just so insane. How is it possible that you will do something like that? Unbelievable. I'm gonna continue. Fuck you. I got sniped because this bitch is absolutely shameless. I think that previous... How is that allowed, by the way? Like, how is that allowed in a spell card that you're actually intended to be next to her, that she does revenge bullets? Like, I don't understand. How can that be allowed? That can't be allowed. Like, dude, it's not like I was there because I felt like it. I was there because that's the intended thing to do, and this fucking bitch uses revenge bullets on my face. How is that allowed? I don't get it. That can't be allowed. Fuck the freeze charge. Freeze charge is a little bit annoying sometimes, but it's okay. But yeah, those revenge bullets, dude, like, come on. I accidentally killed her. I wanted to see what happened if I tried to time that out, but she didn't let me. I'm assuming that that's very heavily dependent on the movement RNG there. Mostly because if she moves towards the ice, obviously that's an insta-death for her. It's not the greatest thing to do. Washing machine didn't last too long. And that's the kind of non-spell that you can get killed by, come on. Damn it! I don't really know how to do this one. If I do the strategy of waiting it out down here and doing this, it takes fucking forever. Not to mention the RNG. I need to boot up to check it out. Check what out? Wait, there's something that I don't understand. Why is the high score not the one that I had before? Is that because I use continuous? But I'm pretty sure that the high score got registered, didn't it? Unless the game lied to me and it didn't register shit. But yeah, that already happened before, I remember. Because in the previous run, I remember when I look at the rankings, there was no run there. Like, the one that I entered was the first one, but that wasn't the first one. So what the hell is going on here? Is that a known bug, or what's the case? Definitely not bomb worthy there. Oh, come on, dude. God damn it. I think I'm almost dead, but not really. So I'm definitely dead here. You will see on my Discord. Okay. So see, for example here, is that gonna get saved right there? This is Lunatic, C2. Wait, but they are saved. Wait, no, it... What? Wait, they are not getting saved. It's like C2 doesn't get saved. I mean, look at that. None of those scores is the one that I reached the second... the C2, right? What's the deal with this? It's a bug? Yeah, I expected that, but damn. That's fucked up. Whatever. Don't press retry when game overing beyond stage 1. Damn, so that's why, huh? So is that bug there forever now, or what? That's a little bit sad. Basically, the game double punishes you for using continues. Both by not giving you the good ending and also by completely fucking over your scores. Alright. That's fine. Who cares about scores anyways, right? The other problem is that, well, first of all, in that attack she times out very fast. But even if I did try to time out, I don't get any freezing if I don't shoot, so it seems a little bit fucked up as a situation. Those revenge bullets completely corner me. What a piece of shit. Okay. Pretty nice of you. At least I got the dead bomb. Fuck you. There's gonna be a time that I'm gonna get a silver medal on that one. I'm gonna go to Forest of Magic just to switch it up a little bit. See how it goes. Lily White is a little bit aggressive though, look at this shit. A little bit is an understatement, I will say. Also, these bullets are a lot faster here than if they were on stage 3. I think they are a little bit less spread out, but damn, that's ridiculous. No, I prefer the other route, to be honest. I prefer the one where I go first to the Misty Lake and then to the Forest of Magic. I hate dying on stage 1 so much. I mean, that applies to every Danmaku game, but you know, in this game it's even worse. Mostly because, like, look at the bullets here. Those blue bullets are so completely spread out, you know? You cannot really reliably freeze them without getting fucked. They don't really form a very concise path, and then you have shit like this, that the green thingies are not spread out enough. Got your ass. I guess it might be a good idea for some of these mid bosses to just freeze their revenge bullets so they get fucked next. Like, so the freezing gets to them, whether they like it or not. those horizontal, dude. There is so much bullshit in this game that it's insane. Those horizontal revenge bullets are like the epitome of bullshit. The absolute epitome of bullshit. Damn, at least I got the silver medal there. I think probably for the first time, if I'm not mistaken. So good for me. I have less power than some of my previous runs though. That isn't very good. What can you do? Probably should use a bomb, especially because this pattern is so annoying. I think it's a good idea to use it here. Oh, 2 of this, damn it. I think in this game when you kill an enemy very fast, another one takes its place when normally it wouldn't. I think. Well, I guess that applies to some other Touhou games too. Not that common. Yeah, I think that freezing the revenge bullets is indeed a good idea. That double KO is so fucked up. It is a good idea. It is a very good idea. I personally like it. Wish I had phone out sooner though, but it's okay. It's a top tier idea. Nice. Alright. So I have a bomb and a life, technically. I could probably use this bomb for this non-spell, because these girls' non-spell are absolute bullshit. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I should have done it. Should have used it, but I didn't. You fucking piece of shit. That's not enough. And I survived for quite long there. So I think I want to see something. How is this bitch on the first, like, she looks very dangerous in anything other than stage 1, like Luna Child, right? So I want to see how annoying she is here, because that shit is not normal. Those spell cards and those non-spells are just not normal. So it does seem like this might be the worst stage to have as the first one, because of the stage itself, but the boss fight, I don't know. She seems ridiculously hard. as a boss fight. Maybe having it as stage 1 wouldn't be that bad. Really. Also, this Lily White is not as psychotic as the other one with the attacks. I mean, as this same one, but as a stage 2 is what I'm trying to say. So how much does this boss battle change by having it at the beginning, I wonder? Because if it's significantly easier, might be worth a shot. Okay, see, that's not bad. Problem is that it took me by surprise. But yeah, that's actually not a bad spell card to have at the beginning. Problem is everything else. No fireballs. The problem is that the spell itself is ridiculously hard, whether it has fireballs or not. Oh yeah, I remember this one. This one was a little bit annoying, but yeah, it's not that bad. I don't know, using this one as the first stage doesn't seem like such a bad idea, I will say. What will I do afterward though? This is the Misty Lake and this is the Spring Path, so I guess I could use the Spring Path. I mean, Bravi told me to not leave the Spring Path for last, so I guess we're not leaving it for last. Face a star at stage 3. Okay, I guess that could be a good idea. Maybe. But I don't know. Isn't star in this stage anyways? Yeah, star is in this stage. She's horrible at stage 2 boss. Well, we're about to find out if I can get there in the first place, which looks a little bit unlikely at the moment, but... Oh, look at all that fire. Look at how beautiful it looks. To be fair, it did look beautiful. To be absolutely fair. Problem is these pieces of shit with the fireballs. I don't think it's that big of a deal. I mean, by itself, dodging this shit is not that bad. The issue is the revenge bullets, as always. Yeah, like Shunko circles. Yeah, as I say before, the main issue in this game to me is the revenge bullets. I understand that they give you free grace and everything, but to me they are so shitty. Wait, this is Sunny Mill. Never mind, so Star Sapphire is after this. Should time out and suicide a lot for score on Lily's fireball pattern. Yeah, I can tell considering the amount of shit she throws at you. This is very hard regardless. Mostly because the yellow bullets don't even touch her. Damn. I want to keep going just to see what she has as a spell cards. That seems like a pain in the ass. Lots of big cancels. Yeah, I can see that. Jeez. Yeah, that's the problem. When you freeze the yellow bullets, most of the times they don't even reach her. That's the main issue here. Oh, I remember this one. This one is mostly right, though the RNG can be very shitty as well. Oh, and I also remember this one. I do remember this spells slightly. This one is very annoying. You can barely even hit her with that freezing. This is worse than her other first spell as a stage 2 boss. Is it? Might be. What about this for a final stage? I wonder. She hangs on the spots where you can't freeze shit. Yeah, that is indeed the case. Is a thing. Oh. Here we have Star Sapphire. See how we do against Star Sapphire as a mid-boss, though I highly doubt that I'm gonna survive this. You know. Let's find out. I mean, other than this spell card, there is barely any lasers in this stage. At least I don't remember seeing any. Well, that was pretty easy. Yeah, no laser at the non-spell, and those lasers at the spell really weren't that big of a deal, it seems. Seems that this is definitely not a bad idea for a last stage, I gotta say. Definitely isn't. Well, problem is that everything before that is a real issue, you know? Fire here is a little bit annoying though, compared to how it is. That's a waste of bomb. The spell is kinda lame. It's very easy, that's for sure. Final Mid was having a spell card makes me feel nostalgic as it's been a long time since it's not officially a thing anymore. Is it? Interesting. I don't know how many continues I can use here. It's a pretty cute spell card. God damn it, what the fuck is this shit? This is very fucked up. Oh, I can use another retry. It doesn't say how many retries are left though. Wonder how many more I can use. I have no clue. And the funny thing, I remember that when you defeat one of them, the spell doesn't end, they just fuck off. Which is pretty funny to me. Up to 5? Yeah, that could be the case. Level mats. Well, that's something at least. Oh, that spell was pretty easy. Wish the first one was as easy as that one, but apparently, you know, that can be the case. I couldn't dodge that. Well, they still have continues here, so you know. But yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the last continue I can use, probably. So, very nice. And I still don't understand why Sun even included the gold medals. Like, did Sun really think that someone could seriously beat these spell cards without using freezing? I know that there is probably one Japanese guy that did that, but like, it's ridiculous. A lot of these spell cards are so absurd. I mean, they are already absurd even if it wasn't for the fact that you don't use freeze. They are absurd even while using freeze. Touhou World Cup. I'm gonna guess this is the harder variant of the Star Final boss where she's the leader. It might be. I mean, after all, isn't this the A route? So I guess it will make sense if that was the case. Isn't this the A1 route after all? So, as Riemann said, it makes sense that it sucks balls. Yeah, anyways, whatever, fuck this shit. The next spell card is the last one, I think, so it doesn't really matter. There is nothing new there. Fairy Overdrive with Luna as the leader is foreshadowing Lunatic Impact. Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, as you can see right here, this game is very hard. So yeah, I don't think I'm ready to beat it. At least on Lunatic, obviously. But anyways, that's gonna be it for me for the day. And tomorrow, as I said, Touhou 9 releases on Steam, so obviously that's what I'm gonna play. Perversion aims at you. I see. But yeah, that's what I'm probably gonna do tomorrow in case it releases without any issues. So thanks everyone a lot for watching, and I'll be seeing you tomorrow with Touhou 9. So have a good one, and take care everyone.